You know, our next guest might be able to solve a personal problem for me. If you're like me, the trees around your house seem to be just biding their time, plotting their course to fall from that tree and head directly into your gutters. It almost feels intentional, but our next guest may have the solution to keep those gutters clear of debris. The product is called LeafFilter from Leaf Home, and as those leaves start to fall, this, they say, can keep them out of your gutters. Counahan. He is the president of LeafFilter, the CSO of Leaf Home, and with over a decade of experience. There he is via Zoom joining us to tell us more. Good morning, Chris.
Hey, good morning. Hey, before we start, I have to say that huge fans of Western Michigan area. We actually manufacture our product in Plainwell. So it's an American-made product, and it's being built right in your backyard in Plainwell, Michigan. So I'm really glad to be on today.
That's definitely a headline we don't want to bury. Made right here in Plainwell, Michigan. So if you're looking for American-made products, here we go. When it comes to, well, those mean trees I told you about in my yard, if I do nothing, what happens?
Well, in a recent survey of over 2,000 U.S. homeowners, 4 in 10 reported that they had serious problems due to overflow in gutters, roof leaks, basement foundation problems, cracks, even dangerous molds that grow. Clogged gutters can also attract pests like mosquitoes, rodents. So it really is time to fix those problems.
Wow, there's a long list of problems that can happen that people may not even think of when it comes to those clogged gutters. That sitting water with the mosquitoes, I didn't even think about that. So they can definitely damage your home, even to your foundation. What are some of the warning signs? Let's say I'm walking around my house and I see that part of the mulch that looks like it just got washed away. Is there a problem there? Or what am I looking for?
Well, hey, you should probably come work with us at Leaf, because that's really one of the big key indicators is that mulch runaway. But really the big one is if it's raining, you can take a look outside and see where the overflow is. If it's not raining and you're just inspecting the gutters, you're going to see what we call tiger striping. That's dark vertical streaks on the outside of the gutters, meaning water is spilling over, carrying dirt, and it's sticking to the face of your gutter. Also like peeling paint, mold on the siding, the fascia is starting to warp. Plants are growing out of your gutters. Those are all warning signs of problems associated with clogged gutters.
Oh my goodness. That sounds to me like something nobody wants to go through. So when it comes to gutter replacement, that's not what this is. We want to be clear that people say when they're calling you, they're not getting a full gutter replacement. This sits on, how does it work? It sits on top of the gutter, right?
It's a great question. So we do everything. We're actually the largest gutter and gutter replacement company in North America. So we do gutters, we do soffit, we do fascia, but our main product is LeafFilter. We have 2.5 million customers that have installed LeafFilter on our home. So it goes typically on top of your gutter, it's pitched, and that any debris that rolls off your roof or blows into your gutter will now not go into your gutter. It'll go into the yard and it absorbs water.
That's pretty cool. I love that. It doesn't even go in because of that mesh. But you know what? I've had something like this similar on my home, and you know what always seems to get through is the shingle dust. It may keep those leaves out, but I feel like I've got a ton of shingle dust in there. Does it handle that?
Again, I think you should work with us because you're asking some really great questions right here. We have a fine micro mesh. It's actually a surgical grade stainless steel micro mesh. It's so fine that even grains of salt cannot penetrate it. That's a great question. And that is really a problem that many homeowners have when they go with a knockoff or not go with a product like LeafFilter.
Amazing. So it'll even take something as small as a grain of salt. And I appreciate the compliment on my questions, but honestly, I'm just asking things that I think you hear from every homeowner. I'm living this. So this is easy to come up with questions for. Where can we go for more information? I want to see a demo. You have a storm simulator, right?
Yes, so a great question. You'll probably see on your screen here in a second, but we're one of the few places in the United States that has a full-blown storm simulator. It actually can recreate up to a Category 5 hurricane. It pushes 60 gallons of water per minute. It shows how fast gutters can overflow without protection. With LeafFilter, it handles the water and it keeps all the debris out of your gutter.
I'm assuming this is the ideal time to act fast. I mean, the colors are changing. We know what happens next.
Now is the premium time to get this service done on your home. We're offering some incredible incentives. And this time of the year is when the leaves fall and the rains are heavy. So please, please, please give us a call now.
Yeah, but you'd rather have it on the ground where you can rake it up than having to get that ladder up and do all the, you know what you've done when you've cleaned those gutters. And in case you didn't hear, made in Plainwell, right here in Michigan. Website for more information. We've got it for you. You can learn more at leaffilter.com/season for more. Thanks for the time this morning, Chris.
Thank you so much.
You know, there are